Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest and greatest episode of the Lobot Podcast. I'm Tyler.
I'm Josh.
And we are back at the Bachelor Pad. We are back at the Trap House. We are back at the...
Crackdown, baby.
Crackdown, baby.
How are you, my friend?
I am good. I'm slightly warm, but good. How are you, buddy?
Look, it is a bit hot in here.
It is. It is like Nelly would say.
It's getting
I'm like
hot
a bird, I want to fly away.
What the fuck?
Nelly Furtado.
I didn't think you were going to go there, but
Are you thinking about Band-Aid Nelly?
I was thinking about Band-Aid Nelly.
Yeah.
The iconic Nelly.
Never let that thing breathe.
No.
That's a wound that never healed.
But yeah, if this looks a bit different, I don't have a microphone arm. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah. You are the arm.
It doesn't work. So I've got an organic one right now.
Yeah.
Grew it myself.
Yep.
And eventually we'll have to get new ones. Mm-hmm. So things are slowly falling apart, physically and emotionally.
Like our lives.
That's it, man. But yeah, it's been a lot happened. All-Star Weekend's coming up.
Yeah, ever approaching. I'm angry.
It's so odd.
Yeah.
So odd.
Our last episode, we had to take a short break last week. We couldn't get an episode up due to scheduling issues. But the week before that, most of the episode, the title was Why Fans Shouldn't Have a Vote.
Y'all shouldn't have a vote.
And why shouldn't they have a vote?
Why is Andrew Wiggins a starter? Why is Andrew Wiggins a starter? Yeah. Why?
So Andrew Wiggins is having a good season. Let's not get that wrong. But not a starter in the All-Star team.
That's the thing that triggered me. Adam sent me a message and I responded, how? What the fuck? Or something like that. And if he got, All-Star reserve or something like that.
That is just fine.
Sure, I'd be okay with that. Starter?
Right.
Did you see the actual vote breakdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's go through that for Andrew Wiggins. I've got that in front of me.
Yeah.
So Andrew Wiggins only received 4 out of 98 votes. Okay, only 4. This is from the media.
For the media, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And still named All-Star starter. Now, to put it into perspective, Rudy Gobert received 64 out of 98 votes and didn't finish top 5. That is how impactful these fan votes are. Mm-hmm. If these fan votes didn't happen, I don't even think it'd be an All-Star.
It'd probably be a reserve.
That's insane. And that didn't make any sense to me. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I like Wiggins. Seems like a nice guy. Should not be a starter. You look at the list. Close your eyes for a minute. Imagine this. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Andrew Wiggins. You know what I mean? One of these things are not like the others.
No, yeah, I don't understand. And I don't want this to feel like we're shitting on Wiggins. We're shitting on you guys.
Wiggins having a great season. Golden State are running him perfectly. But you fuckheads are ruining it.
At what point are we the grumpy older men that are get off my lawn, things were better back in the old days? That's what it feels like. Because he's playing great. They're winning games despite Steph's massive decline.
But
it's Wiggins.
Wiggins isn't the reason they're winning games. He's not single-handedly KDing them to a good season.
The All-Star starting vote would say otherwise.
He's on the same pedestal as LeBron, Steph, KD, and Jokic.
Yeah. That's how ridiculous this sounds.
That's like that fucking Thaddeus Young infographic. This is how that feels.
4 out of 98 media votes.
Yeah.
And he's still starting.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Did you go through any of the other All-Star votes?
Not really.
No? Okay. So
was there any that stood out?
I've got some.
Yeah.
So there was...
Also, I'm glad fucking big lanky Frenchman isn't a starter.
Big lanky Gobert?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be an All-Star though.
Yeah. Should be an All-Star. Definitely
Absolutely.
Not a starter.
All right. So some ones that stood out. Thank you to some random Reddit user. I really appreciate you. Steven Adams got 22 player votes. Now, here's the thing.
He's having an all right season.
He got more votes than Siakam, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Donovan Mitchell. More votes than them, player votes, and only one less than Jimmy Butler. That's weird. Players, why are you allowed to vote?
Who should be allowed to vote?
What the fuck? A very interesting one, which actually is probably the biggest shock on this list to me. Mm-hmm. How many media votes did Luka get?
He got fucking nothing, right?
0. Zilch, nothing. Why?
I don't know.
Why? He's playing fine.
Yeah.
Dallas are kind of just doing Dallas things.
Yeah.
The fact
he's
getting
definitely an all-star.
Yeah, he's an all-star player. 0 votes. But yet, Wiggins got 4. He got 4 more than Luka.
More than Luka
Does
Doncic.
that make sense? I don't even know who this is. In brackets, don't know. Oh no, don't worry about it. So Gabriel Deck voted for himself. Who's Gabriel Deck? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know who Gabriel Deck
Who's
is.
Gabriel Deck, and why'd you vote for yourself?
I know Gabriel Vincent.
I don't know who
I don't know
Deck
who Deck
is.
is.
Apparently, 27 fans voted for Anthony Tolliver. That's funny. As much as
That's
I hate on
funny.
fan votes, that's funny.
Look, if fans want to use their votes for jokes, that's fine.
That's funny.
They shouldn't be counted.
My issue when it comes to these kind of jokes is if you're in a position of power, like if you're Justin Bieber, do not get fans to vote for Zaza Pachulia. That's shit.
Yeah.
But if you're just a random group of 27 dudes, I'm like,
Yeah, if you're a small group of friends who think of a funny joke,
yeah, go for
just
it.
like Gabe Peck Deck, whatever his name was.
Gabriel Deck. Enes Kanter got literally 0 fan votes. Literally 0 fan votes. Is that weird to you?
His name is not Enes Kanter.
It's Enes Freedom. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit, because he is a somewhat popular player.
He's a popular player.
He's in the media.
Players love him. In the media, an activist. You know, fans love
Yeah.
activism. 0 votes.
It's a bit strange. Maybe because he hasn't played well in like 4 years.
Maybe, or do you think people keep writing Enes Kanter on the ballot and forget he's changed his
Yeah,
name?
they're writing Enes Kanter and Freedom's sitting there like, what's happening? Why I'm getting no votes?
Yeah, geez. So that's some weird things which stood out. But definitely, I think Luka getting 0 media votes, not fan votes, obviously.
Oh, Luka's so
Media
popular with fans, but
votes.
0. I guess that I guess maybe the media is sick of Luka, but that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like, you know what, we're sick of Luka. Let's not vote for him at all.
I'd assume he'd get 1 media vote.
Right.
I assume there's one dude with a brain.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll vote Luka.
Like he's a good player.
yeah, he's not bad. This Wiggins guy, though, is kind of put him in the shadow. Like, I don't get... This is the weirdest batch of votes that I can recall.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to feel about
They
it.
need to change. I hope this changes the system.
I hope so, but like, what would you change?
Get rid of the fan votes.
I mean-
and yell at the media.
Yeah, I would give the fans a stern talking to, like
So
we've
it's
done
broken up into
previously.
3, right? Players, fans, and media.
Yes.
Can we change it? Coaches,
Okay.
players, media.
So cut out the fans altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
They're fucking idiots.
We don't deserve a vote. I'll be honest.
If we vote for fucking Anthony Tolliver and Andrew Wiggins, we don't deserve a vote.
Because if I don't know what the system looks like, because obviously we're not given a vote. But if it was like I was scrolling down the list and I saw Anthony Tolliver's name, that'd be hard to resist. I want to be the 28th dude on that list. You know, the first 30 that we hear for Anthony Tolliver. But no, I'm in agreement. We should cut out the fans entirely. I think coaches should be given, but then that's only 30 votes. between
coaching
coaches.
staff.
Coaching staff. But then, like, where do we eliminate? Where do we put staff? Like, there are certain members of staff which I
Okay,
don't
if
think
you're
should
on
be
the
given a
bench.
vote. If you're on the bench,
Yeah. So you
Okay.
got your coach, your assistant coach, maybe a shooting coach, defensive coach. A group of 5 from each team.
Okay.
Maybe each of their votes holds weight of 2.
Yeah. I mean, I like the media because theoretically it should be unbiased, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to have Brad Stevens and his posse going to be voting for Tatum and
That's
Brown
true.
the entire time. So theoretically, media votes should be pretty good. I am a big fan
Players'
of player
votes
votes.
should be good.
I'm a big fan of player votes.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I want to touch with that. If players want to vote for Steven Adams, vote for Steven Adams. I don't give a shit. He's probably doing some intangibles that we just don't know about.
Exactly.
and
Like,
reason why they win
players
games.
fucking love Will Barton. Still don't know why.
I like Will Barton. I don't love him. I wouldn't vote for
Players
him.
love him.
He's probably just a good dude.
McCullum and KD are huge Barton fans.
That's weird to me.
Yeah.
That's really one's in a completely
They say
different
he's a
conference.
true hooper. He knows how to bowl.
That threw me off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's high praise. Why Will Barton? Like, I remember KD praising Cade Cunningham.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I can see. He's a young dude. He's a scorer. Can kind of do it all. And then to put him up there with Will Barton, man, that's a blessing.
It was on CJ's podcast back when I listened to it, right? Back when I not hate CJ, but back when I could handle him.
He's made some questionable stances.
Yeah. And we're talking about real hoopers, and they're like, Will Barton.
Will Barton, huh? I don't know. I guess he just does the intangibles. Like, I do see Will Barton as a dude that does the intangibles. I personally like Will Barton. I know
What? Miss shots?
No,
That's
everyone
very
misses
tangible.
shots. Besides Jokic, everyone misses. That's why your standards are so damn high. You got Jokic, the most efficient scorer ever.
We're going to talk
Does
about
it
him
all.
later.
That's why. Will Barton's a good player. He
Player
attempts to play defense. He attempts to score. That's all you can ask for. When you got guys like Ben Simmons that don't attempt anything, sometimes
We're going to talk about him later too. So, but player votes should be fine, in theorem.
In theorem, absolutely fine. I guess, yeah, media votes are fine for now. Vote for Luka, please, dear God.
We're not even the biggest Luka fans.
No, I don't.
But just, he's definitely an all-star.
Definitely an all-star.
Probably a starter.
Probably a start. Definitely over Wiggins. So yeah, media votes should stay. Player votes should stay. Fan votes are out.
How is Book not a fucking starter?
I actually haven't been paying too much attention to Book this year, but every time I see his name come up, he's playing consistent, but he's not playing like a starter. And I think that's because the team just gels so well. Like, the team's doing so well at a detriment to him. He doesn't have to
He doesn't
score.
have to put up those crazy numbers.
Yeah, he doesn't have to score 30
He's
points.
taken a level up.
Okay.
He's leveled up. His three-point shooting off the dribble this season has become way better than it's ever been.
From what I've seen, is he's become such an amazing scorer offensively, but he hasn't had to show it. It's the same way that, like,
That's true.
James Harden kind of doesn't have to be James Harden right now, even though we would like it.
Right now he has to.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, when that team's at full capacity.
If you're playing with KD, you don't have to be James Harden of old. If you're playing with Chris Paul and your other dudes are putting in just as much work,
That's true.
You don't have to be Booker all alone with the GOAT in the front office. You don't have to do that.
That was a weird time.
That was a very weird. How the fuck did they flip that around?
I don't know. We clown the Suns so much.
And they look rightfully. Even Draymond clowned them.
Yeah.
But I have to give praise to them. Somehow they turn this around. Even if they never win a chip, and that's absolutely fine, they've succeeded.
Oh,
you make a
100%.
finals run with a 37-year-old Chris Paul,
Yeah.
and a Devin Booker, and Mikhail Jale being the real deal,
Yeah.
and a very young Aiden. Fuck yeah, man!
Fuck yeah.
I feel proud for you, Phoenix fans.
Yeah.
And
If I was a Phoenix fan, I'd be very happy.
even those Minnesota fans, man, I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Still, I just don't understand the love for Kyle Anthony Towns, but I like D'Lo, and I'm a huge fan of Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a culture changer, and he's got the skill to back it up.
But we're not talking about them right now.
No, we don't.
I do want to talk about two other big men and the current MVP race. I feel like we talk about this every episode or two, but I'm really frustrated.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Why?
Embiid has a month of good games, and people are like, he's the number one MVP. He's the guy, top of the ladder. It's him, MVP, Embiid.
I think he's at number 2 right now behind Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic is number 1, rightfully so. Mm-hmm. The count. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I agree
yeah.
with you. To be an MVP, you've got to play most of the like by far most of the season.
Yeah.
And he just still suffers with the syndrome of not being available, which is very unfortunate because he's a Hall of Fame talent. Mm-hmm. The counter argument to that is Curry's only had a bad month. Why has he dropped so far? He's at like number 6 or something right now. Mm-hmm. So where people like if we're doing the argument like Steph should be higher if that's the case. If it's only a bad month, he should still be higher.
People have recency bias.
Majorly.
So they see a good game and Embiid jumps to the top. But they don't see that Jokic has played more games, is in head in almost every statistical category, including rebounds, blocks, assists. The only thing Embiid is higher in scoring by 2 points. And Jokic has a worse team around him.
I'm going to say something very potentially controversial.
Uh-huh.
I love Embiid. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I love his personality. I love his skill set. He doesn't have anything to go up against Jokic.
No.
Jokic is right now the MVP. He is consistent. He is always available. He's the reason your team is staying afloat.
Yeah. We're the 6th seed.
And that's damn good considering like how the West is currently.
We had to sign DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, that sucks. But Cousins has been playing well for what he is. He has been.
He's already been ejected.
Yeah, look.
In his second game, he got ejected.
Because he's a bulldog. I love that shit. But like he's statistically been good in the minutes he's played. You play him in small minutes and he's been good.
You're right.
It's the same thing with Isaiah Thomas before he got signed the 10-day to LA. He actually went atrocious there. But all those other times he had like those 10-day contracts. He played well, but then the defense kind of lacked. And it's the same thing with DeMarcus Cousins. Statistically, he's a good pickup when you need him with all the COVID protocols. Mm-hmm. But obviously he's not going to stay around because he's just not that player anymore.
Yeah.
He's not a seasoned player.
He's not. But Jokic right now is playing with doo-doo team. Butthead butter team. There's no one good on that team right now.
No one that's going to make you go out the first round. Jokic is a phenomenal talent. Mm-hmm. I'm very blessed to say that I've got to watch him from the beginning.
The rightful MVP this season. So far,
yeah. Like, if Embiid the rest of the season doesn't miss a game, keeps playing this way, sure.
You can put him up there.
I'll put him up there. I'll allow an argument. Maybe I can be swayed because maybe Philly just get a higher seed by the end of the season. And it would be due to Joel Embiid because it sure ain't fucking Tobias Harris.
No.
But right now, like, Steph Curry has been inconsistent. KD's been up and down. Like, they need James Harden.
Yeah, KD's out right now.
That's what I mean. Like, Brooklyn. Sorry, it wasn't KD up and down. It was Brooklyn being up and down is what I meant. They need James Harden. So with KD being out, obviously that hinders his chance at getting it. All these other players just don't hold any kind of bar to what Jokic is doing, despite them only being the 6th seed. It is impressive. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if they just had Jamal Murray, you guys would be so much higher. Mm-hmm. And it's all due to Jokic.
See, fans, you fucking idiots. I fucking hate the fans. And I'm going to yell at them more later. Look, we're going to talk about trade discussions.
Fans aren't a fan of Jokic. He looks...
I feel like half the people on Reddit don't watch basketball. They look at the stats and they talk about basketball. It's
because, I mean, yes, I agree. And I think the reason why Jokic doesn't get the love that he deserves, he does get love, just not as much as he does, is A, because Serbia hates him, which is huge. You don't have the backing of your country. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because Serbia love their basketball. B is, without Jamal Murray, Denver aren't fun to watch.
Correct.
You know, he's a dynamite player, Jamal Murray. You never know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. Could be 12 points, could be 50. You never know. And see, he just kind of reminds me, and I say this loosely, but it's more not skill set wise, but he reminds me very much of Tim Duncan in a way where Tim Duncan was not fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But he is the most consistent and one of the most dominant players we're ever going to see. Yeah. And I know we get those crazy highlight plays from Jokic time to time. It's a bit more limited now with his personnel. Mm-hmm. There's only so much he can do. But it is kind of that. It's a big, slow kind of guy, plays the long game, just puts effort in and out. 48 minutes potentially if he needs to. But that's not overly fun where we see KD with a guy in a hand in his face, jacket from
he doesn't
from
have
outside
the all-time highlight reel plays that other players do.
And unfortunately, that's where fans like to gravitate towards, and I think that's why he doesn't get the love that he deserves. But wholeheartedly, man, I agree with you. As you know, you're a big Denver fan, and this is an insane talent that you guys scouted and built, put your franchise around, and he deserves to be another 2-time MVP.
As much as I'm a Denver fan, I'm also the biggest Denver critic.
I mean, you should be. To those Lakers fans, okay, so not a big rant.
Fuck the fans.
For fans in general, don't dick ride your team too hard. Mm-hmm. Be critical.
Yeah.
But don't be an asshole either.
Yes.
What the fuck is with everyone? Like, Lakers fans, y'all are assholes. I'm a Laker fan, and I'm not an asshole. I'm a fucking angel. I'm an angel. But holy shit, some of you guys are horrible. Whenever any of our guys have like a bad week, holy shit.
Yeah.
We gotta like excommunicado. Those dudes are never allowed to walk in LA or California for that matter ever again. Yeah. I don't get it, man. I really don't. So I appreciate the fact that you love Denver, you love Jokic, but you're critical of him. You always have been. But you're not a piece of shit. Some fans over there
Thanks,
are just
man.
pieces of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like THT has a bad game. Oh, well, gotta murder him.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like
Like no one's allowed to play average or bad.
Like the Lakers fans have like a hockey mask on their shelf. And
the
it's like,
balaclava's just sitting there.
they're waiting for one bad week and they just take it off, pop it on. Sorry, THT. You know that,
Sorry, Austin Reeves. I know you're a rook, but
you know that it's a really funny meme where I can't remember his name, but he's the African American actor and is pointing a gun at someone who's got a tear going down his eye, and it's like when the race wars start and I have to shoot Tony Hawk. You know that meme?
no, I haven't seen it.
It's freaking hilarious. But that's kind of what it feels like at times. Like some of y'all Laker fans feel like you're being really weird about it. Like, I don't want to have to shoot you, THT, but I got it. That's what it feels like.
For Laker fans.
For the greater good.
It's the magic. The magic.
Palinka. What the fuck?
Oh, your fans fucking suck, dude.
No, we do.
My fans are like, oh, Gordon had a bad game? You'll get him tomorrow, buddy.
You're all we got.
Yeah, please suit up tomorrow. We need to play.
Oh, boy. But, yeah, moral of the story, don't be a shit fan. Support Jokic. Please, for whatever reason, please vote for Luka.
Yeah. Well, we're going to yell about the fans a little bit more right now.
Please do.
So, the trade deadline is steadily approaching us.
Very quickly.
Yeah. And there is one trade that I see fucking... I almost... People on the internet fully believe that there will be a trade Ben Simmons for James Harden.
Ooh.
I see this everywhere. Are you fucking stupid? Why in the ever-living fuck would Brooklyn trade the former MVP, the second best player on their team, for Ben Simmons?
What the fuck?
I see this fucking everywhere. People are like, yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. People are frothing over it. It's not going to fucking happen.
James Harden has been scoring 30 points every now and then. He's got, crazy games this season. It's not like James Harden's dead. He's still alive. He's still having a good season.
It's because the last year of his contract.
But I love how we did that at the same time.
But it doesn't fucking matter.
Ben Simmons. For y'all that don't know, just quickly, if y'all watch basketball don't know, Ben Simmons hasn't played this year. He hasn't.
He's lost $15.5 million.
He has been a mental detriment to the entire franchise. And y'all want to trade a former MVP.
Fans think it's going to happen.
I understand the fact that maybe you want to flip James Harden because apparently James Harden doesn't want to be in Brooklyn anymore.
No, he actually just came out and said, I want to stay here. I want to play with KD. I think we can win this. This is his best chance at a chip since that fucking 2018 season.
Yeah. I'm glad he came out and said that because I didn't see any reason why you'd want to leave.
Right.
So some of our reporters also trash.
Yeah. If he was coming out and saying, yeah, I don't want to be in Brooklyn.
I mean, he's never going to... Actually, no, I can see him doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
He really doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
He's fine with being a villain.
Yeah, but like a soft villain. But why... Ben Simmons has proven nothing at this point. James Harden's proved so much.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'd rather trade James Harden for Tobias Harris. At least Tobias is going to put up 19.2 points.
He's going to put up at least 2 points.
Right. At least he's going to be there.
He's going to suit up. Yeah.
He's not going to get to training and bounce.
Yeah. If anything, it's going to be fucking Ben Simmons for Kyrie.
Do you feel like this whole Brooklyn situation's a bit of a shit show? You've got...
Oh, they were my most disappointed team last season.
They're still they've got Hall of Fame KD, playing peak KD. You've got a what the fuck's going on Kyrie Irving, and then you've got a James Harden that you don't know what you're doing with right now. And then a bunch of old dudes, one with heart issues. It kind of... You know what this kind of reminds me of?
What?
If you took KD out of the picture...
Don't you dare say it's that Nets team of
It's
years
that
prior.
Nets team. It's that Nets team. KD is the only
Kirilenko
difference.
and Paul Pierce.
Yeah, that's what this feels like. It's a bunch of old dudes which should have been retired, And then you got a bunch of shit which just shouldn't be happening.
If you take out Harden and KD, yes, it's that Nets team of years prior.
Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like James Harden...
This is take 2.
James Harden fits the role of that old Nets team, though. Because, like, they weren't... Some of those dudes could still score 20 points per game.
Yeah.
And, you know, James Harden can do that. But besides that, they're kind of Nets team of old, except they're winning games because of KD.
Kind of.
KD's crazy. He's a crazy dude.
That Nets team was fucking... That was
rough.
That was a weird time.
For those that have just been born, is...
Welcome out of the womb.
Nets sold their franchise, essentially, to get, like, AK-47, Paul Pierce, Joe Johnson, KG, Darren Williams, a bunch of old dudes, which should have been out of the league at that point.
Yeah, dudes that were clearly past their prime, but they thought if we get them all, this will be the new super team.
And somehow y'all bounced back within a decade.
Yeah.
And are looking to go.
What was the name of the GM? Sean Marks?
I think it was Sean Marks.
Yeah, the Kiwi guy. Man did some fucking trickery.
My lord.
How did he get a D-Lo team and drag them to the playoffs? And now he fucking flipped it for KD, Kyrie, and Harden.
Brooklyn fans, you guys owe the New York front office a big fucking thank you. Because they fucked it up royally with KD.
They had it.
He wanted to play for the Knicks, and the Knicks were like, you know what, you just come off a big injury, we don't want to offer you the max. That's foolish. That's stupid. That's why he went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know, and he's showing up, and thank God he's playing well. But holy shit, please give New York a big thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean Marks and New York. You know what it probably was? Sean Marks snuck into the Knicks front office, got on the computer, says, KD, no max. You injured, bye.
Signed Dolan.
Signed Dolan. And then he snuck out.
Sean Marks, you stinky boy.
And he's just like... this.
Well, there's only one other team in New York.
And then he immediately messages KD, says, KD, got the max. You want it?
Gives him the fucking atlas. This is New York, KD. We're right here too. I know the last 7 years we've not really been an NBA team, but we are. I promise you, we've got the branding.
You don't like the coach?
He's gone.
Who do you want? MVPs? I'll get him.
Yeah. Shit, man. They did him well. They got James Harden. They got his friend LaMarcus Aldridge out of retirement, out of the hospital for that matter.
They got Patty Mills.
God damn, Patty Mills is so good.
Yeah.
I love, like...
How is Patty Mills and James Harden currently carrying the Nets?
There aren't many, like, as an Australian, there aren't many Australian players that I'm too fond of. I didn't really care for Andrew Bogut too much. I don't care for Ben Simmons, but I fucking love Patty Mills.
Did you read the article that just came out about Baines?
No, I saw his name come up, but I didn't read it because it's Baines.
So, during the Olympics, right, he went to the bench in the fourth quarter. He's like, I got to run to the toilet, right? Like, he needed to go since like the start of the game. He ran out and he didn't come back till after the game. So staff found him on the floor with blood around him in the locker rooms. He was running and there was like a spike or something. It like punctured his arm and he fell down, cracked his head on the floor. He hasn't been able to get back into the league since. He was like concussed. There's been a big deal about him, yeah.
So it wasn't... So he was legit going to the bathroom and something happened along the way and just gave him a concussion. And
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's been going through some like real medical stuff.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Baines.
Yeah, because remember, he was having some good years.
He was
and then
great.
Olympics happened and we just haven't heard from him.
Because I know... I remember hearing about the Olympics and he was out for an injury or something. I didn't know the extent of it.
Yeah.
And it's non-basketball related.
It was non-basketball related. There was a concussion, which has led to some other this and the third.
This is worrying because the Olympics, no one wants to play in the Olympics as it is. You know, we got really lucky with the last one where everyone decided, fuck it, let's show up and win gold.
I feel like you get one or two star players and then other people buy in.
So it's hard for people to buy in. And then now the fact that Baines, a fucking spike or something happened.
Yeah, I need to reread the article.
Floor bloody, like that's... You got to take care of your players. These venues got to take care of their players. That's really bad to hear. Like if that...
It was like a hook or something on a wall.
If more and more players start hearing about that shit. Because this isn't an NBA arena.
No, it was in Japan.
Like, Oh my god.
And then like he went to go to the hospital, but there was a communication issue because he doesn't speak any Japanese. And it was in the middle of COVID, and it was rough time.
That's frightening.
Yeah, I want to reread it, but yeah, he's had some injuries that have like stopping him from getting back into the league.
God damn. Well, prayers up for
Quick lighting change, everyone.
yeah, the lighting has gone out.
That is just fine. We are still here in beautiful Technicolor, but that probably means it's time to wrap up.
Let's wrap up.
So to recap today, fuck the fans for the All-Star votes. Fuck the fans for thinking Embiid's going to MVP, and fuck the fans for that stupid trade idea. They think it's going to happen.
Fans are making me salty lately.
Yeah.
They are. And the media too.
Yeah.
But, we're just a couple old heads.
We're just a couple angry old people.
This is our lawn, and...
Get off of it.
But please come back.
Please come back. Please come back and listen to Storytime. If you made it through this far, thank you very, very much. Favorite part of our week, every week. We are on... If you're listening to the audio version, we have a video version. If you're watching the video version, we have an audio version. We're on every sort of streaming platform possible. Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Last FM, Nonstop Pop FM.
There is someone doing a burnout outside.
Yeah. Wow, this really, in the last 5 minutes has gone to shit.
We're in the burbs, baby.
We're in the burbs, baby. Tell your friends about us. If you made it this far, thank you very much.
Peace.
Love y'all. Bye.